problems with PK whatsoever. We had no problems with him and what he was able to do. He's a special player. He'll do a great job there. But we feel that we're a better team now thanks to this deal. We feel like this is a step in the right direction. Just a few moments ago, you saw the video on SportsCenter that PK Subban sent out to the fans. Moments ago, though, he spoke via conference call, and one of the key questions he was asked, of course, was he surprised by today's trade?
Not really surprised. I mean, I think that with a lot of the chatter that's kind of happened over the little while, you know, I'm a firm believer that usually where there's smoke, there's fire. So, you know, and at no point did I ever, you know, obviously want to leave Montreal or even was given a notion from anybody that I would be traded. But, you know, we know that the way the business works, and as hockey players, we don't often believe the stuff that we see, or we want to read things or hear things in the media. But when things are buzzing around that long, you have to think that there's some stuff going on. So, I mean, I'm in Paris right now, but I was well aware of what kind of was going on around the draft. And when I heard the news today, obviously it's a little bit surreal, but it happened. First things first, I mean, you know, I haven't even had an opportunity yet to speak to Coach. You know, I spoke to David Boyle shortly on the phone, but I just want to give time for things to settle in. I don't know exactly what my role is going to be on the team or how I'm going to fit in. I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm just thinking about, you know, understanding moving forward that, you know, I'm not in Montreal, and I just want to come in and listen and learn and be a part of this team. This is a great hockey club that's got a lot of potential and a great future ahead of it. And, I mean, I was traded for their captain, so, you know, I'd like to think that the expectations are for me to come in and not just be a great player for this franchise, but also a leader.
Did you ever feel at any point that you were unwanted by the Canadiens?
You know what? Listen, when I was a Montreal Canadian, I mean, there's nothing but fantastic times for me. I have to say that out of all the fan bases, you know, in the National Hockey League, that the Montreal Canadiens fans and community and the province of Quebec has probably embraced me more than any other player has felt in any other city. You know, and you know, it's give and take. You know, I've done a lot of things in that community, and they've supported me since the day that I was drafted. So I've always felt wanted by the fans and the community there. You know, on the business side of things, I mean, the Montreal Canadiens paid me a lot of money 2 years ago to do what I do for a living. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to come in and do my job. But obviously right now I'm going to a team that wants me, and the Montreal Canadiens felt that they had to take it down a different path.
Do you have any sense what the next few days or a couple weeks are like for you in terms of how quickly you need to make plans to get down here and get introduced to some people?
Well, I can tell you this right now. I mean, I'd like to get down there as quickly as possible because I've always enjoyed my time in Nashville. You know, over All-Star break, I had an opportunity to get to know some of the players on the team, and I don't know if that's a coincidence that I got along with the guys great. And you know, some of them I know obviously previously. A couple of them have reached out to me tonight. But listen, I'm excited to get down to Nashville, whatever that is.
PK Subban, you don't have to read between the lines to see he is not entirely happy with what happened, but he did say, listen, at least now I'm going to a team that wants me. There's an awful lot in that single statement. Marc Bergevin was repeatedly asked a couple of questions over and over again. What was wrong with the relationship? Why was it not going well? He shot that down, said we were totally fine. That was not a personality conflict. That was not the other. The other thing that he was asked about repeatedly was the timeline, which you found kind of interesting, Darren.
Yeah, it seems like Marc Bergevin was waiting for the right opportunity to come along. Look, last Wednesday in Buffalo, you know, the hockey panel speculated on the possibility of a PK Subban trade. The Montreal Canadiens sources acknowledging that things were heating up, calls were pouring in, yet Bergevin arrives on the scene Thursday in Buffalo, and in essence, he threw cold water on it. And he said, look, we're not shopping PK Subban. We can't control the calls that are coming in, and yes, there are calls that are coming in, but you know, as late as Thursday night and into Friday, the message was, we're not trading PK Subban. Yet he acknowledges here that David Poile of the Nashville Predators called him, or at least approached him on Friday to say, here's a player in Shea Weber I want you to consider. Maybe let's take it away for a few days, focus on the draft, and then reconvene early next week. And again, Bergevin acknowledging that they got into the details of this transaction yesterday, Tuesday, and then closed the deal today. So.